Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Trading Made Easy right here on YouTube. I am certainly glad that you find yourself here. Well, it's Wednesday and it is time for our midweek training review. And what you're looking at here is the Simplicity system. For those of you that's new to the channel or those of you that do not have the Simplicity Indicator system, I'll be reviewing on this system so that I can show you as well how the system is such a complement to structure and how to use it effectively so that it can do what it's been designed to do for you. And that is to help you see the market much more clear and to help you trade easy. So I'll be demonstrating on here. On Sundays, I'll be on the trading view because I analyze price on Sundays and I spend way more time emphasizing structure and showing you key elements of that. But it's Wednesday, so let's rock and roll with our Simplicity trading system. For those of you that do not have this system, just really quick, what you're looking at are some components of the system. The system is very robust and it is very flexible to multiple styles of trading. So whatever works for you, there are elements that you can combine together that will help you. So this is how I use the system. I have created a hybrid system in that I added my triple arrow system, which is the original triple arrows. It's no longer available. However, it is available. I make it available to those individuals who do not have the Simplicity system that purchases their Simplicity system. So when you make that purchase inside the description of my video here, then you get the bonus triple arrow system to go along with that. So because I want you, if you're going to be following me, then you want to certainly have your chart set up the way that I have my chart set up. Also, I want to point out for those that do have the system, I have gotten a few questions this week about my settings, right, for my Simplicity. So I'm going to share with you my settings, and you can certainly, use those settings if you wish. So I'll slide down slowly here. All righty. Okay, so those are my settings. Now, the trend period, that's very important. The trend period, it determines when your arrows are going to populate, when your triple arrows are going to populate, and you can identify the way you want. You can do triples, singles, or no arrows at all. So now here's the thing. The higher the setting, the more conservative or safe, I should say, the arrow will populate. So it's going to, the higher the setting is going to protect you from getting in the market too early, the higher the setting. Now the settings are defaulted to 20, and again, it's conservative. So that's the pro as it relates to that setting. The con could very well be that you miss that initial move. Now, that's really not a bad thing, but that's a different training. But I just wanted you to know what the difference is. So the lower the number, the more aggressive, right? Or the earlier you're getting in. And that's not a bad thing either if you have a good understanding of structure, right? So it just depends on you, your trading style, your trading temperament, but that's what that trend period number will dictate. So keep that in mind as well. Okay. So I hope that helped. All righty. So for me, I'm a trend trader. So I look at 2 time frames, though I'm going to demonstrate 3 with you today. But for the most part, the daily for the trend and the 15-minute for my entry. Okay. Now I do go to the hour as well. So maybe I should change that. It is 3. I go to the hour because I'm setting my zones up on the hour and I'm entering based on those zones. I'm entering on the 15-minute. Okay. So that's my little style. All righty. So structure is important. We're never going to get away from that. Right. So when I look at USD, what do you see? You see price in the supply zone. The supply zone and the demand zone, let me just give you this as well. They're nothing more than key levels of support and resistance. Your supply and demand zones are nothing more than key levels of support and resistance. That's it, right? So it helps you to, if you're on a higher time frame, that's really good because the higher the time frame, the stronger the structure, right? The stronger the structure. And so what you're looking at now is you see prices in that zone. So one would say, well, we're bearish because price is in that zone. That's not why you're bearish, right? Remember, identifying the trend is with price, which is the most absolute accurate way, is by being able to identify higher highs and high lows, lower highs and lower lows. If that has not happened to break the previous trend, then you're still in that trend. You're still in that trend. Also, we see this high right here where price started this downward move, right? Came down, we pulled back in, and this is where we are. So are we bearish or are we bullish? When you look at price, we're definitely bearish. I'm sorry, bullish. So I hope you all was able to see that we are bullish. Now, to help you along, don't be afraid to draw a nice little trend line because your trend lines helps you to isolate and identify price, what it's doing. Isolate and identify, okay? So don't be afraid to draw a trend line. So based on our trend line here, price is moving up, right? So now what I want to do is let's identify some highs and some lows because that's the true definition of what the trend is, right? And I want to identify, yep, okay. Oops, let's bring her down right there, okay. So right here, real quick, because again, for those that's new to my channel, this is training. I do a training. And so I'm always going to be teaching you something and hoping to clarify some things. So we had our first high right here. And then we had our low. And then you had your next high. Now, did this high break that previous high? Yes. Okay. And then we had our low. Did this low break the previous low? Yes. And then now we just basically consolidate. So on the daily, this is a bullish trend because we've had our higher high and our higher low, and it broke the previous. So that is the reason why this is a bullish trend. Buyers are in the market here. Buyers are in the market on the daily. So because I trade with the trend on the daily, I'll be looking for what? A buy. Now, what I do is I drop down from here and I go to, take this off so I won't be so busy. I go to my 1 hour and I already know I'm looking for a buy. So I go to my 1 hour and I am looking for my zones to identify, right? I can take this off. Oops, I should have did it on there. All righty. So now if I'm looking for a buy, there are a couple of things that price need to be doing. Price, first of all, needs to be inside of the demand zone, which is where buyers start to accumulate. Price needs to be there, right? That's the first thing. And is price there, right? And my MACD needs to line up as well, meaning I need a crossover. I need my MACD line to be on top of my signal line. Did that happen yet? No, it did not. So am I ready to buy? No, I'm not ready to buy, even though it's in the demand zone. So there are other entry confirmations. I go through all of that inside of my training. There's several trainings there, the new traders training, the mastery course, and the 6-week course. That's going to get you right. The mastery and the 6-week is going to really get you right. The new traders is just that. It's for new traders who are new to Forex, right? And so we go through the basic concepts and understanding principles and different things like that. but that's what that is. So if you're interested in really, really furthering your education, now I'm not an academy or anything like that. I'm really more designed to help fine tune some things, help clarify some things, and to give you a roadmap. And if you follow the roadmap, you're going to see increased, more consistent profits. Now, I can't guarantee that for nobody, no matter what your skill level is. I can't guarantee that I'm a prophet, right? Because at the end of the day, listen, we can only identify and isolate, right? And you have to have a solid trading plan. But at the end of the day, price can do something totally whacked out, right? But when you have a good understanding of the structure, you really, really bridge that gap. I can tell you that much. So I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you, and nor am I advising you on how to navigate your money. If you should trade or not, that's completely up to you. What I encourage is that you get an understanding. Get an understanding so that you can increase your probability of profiting consistently. Okay. But we are inside of the zone, so that's a good thing. And that's what I would be waiting for. And everybody, you have your different entry confirmations. Make sure that they're solid. You don't want to just throw anything. There has to be, it needs to be spaced. I'm sorry, um, um, based on structure. Okay. So yeah, and then you'll be good to go. So we're buying USHEP. It's at a level of support. It's at a level of support. Now let's go to the 4-hour here. Okay. And on a 4-hour, we are in what? A correction, right? Headed down to that level of support. But we see this activity, this candle right here, we see it played out. This is what it looks like on the hour inside of the demand zone. So we are preparing for what it looks like. That we are preparing for a continuation. Nice bullish engulfing candle here, right? Either a bullish engulfing candle or a large bullish candle. And what that does is it indicates buyers basically being in the house. Buyers are in the house. See this big candle right here? I see that there. And this is where it sits relative to my demand zone box, right? But nevertheless, it's not ready yet. But that's what I would be looking to do to buy. Now, can you counter trend trade? You can, but understand that it's not the best quality position to take, and it's not going to give you the more aggressive move, okay? The trend will, and that's why I trade that way. So let's go to Euro AUD. Euro AUD on the daily, what's happening? Alrighty, so what are we looking at? It's in the supply zone. It's in an area of resistance on the higher time frame. It reached the area of resistance on the higher time frame. I have my big arrows telling me that it's bearish as well. But is the trend, the trend, is it a bearish trend? No, it's not a bearish trend. It's a bullish trend. Clearly, price is moving up. Clearly, right? See, this is how you stay out of trouble. You cannot ignore structure. Okay? Cannot ignore structure. Let's go here. Let's just start here. Clearly we can see it. Clearly we can see it. I like for my lines to rest on it. What happened? Okay. I like for my lines to rest on it. This strong wick right here wicked out, but it didn't close above below it. So this is good, right? So clearly price is going up. So the trend is bullish. Then I go down to my 1 hour, and where's price? Voila. Price is inside the demand zone. If I'm trading the trend, that's where I need it to be. That's the first place I need it to be, right? That's the first place I need it to be. And that's where it's at. It just has not met the entry confirmations yet, but this is where it's at. So that's a good thing, right? Because that's where it needs to be. That's one of my entry confirmations. It may not be for you, but this is how I maximize the use of the system. Okay, bullish engulfing candle right in here, and that's what I'm looking for. Bullish engulfings, bullish engulfings. And if I see, here's another nugget. If I see more stronger bearish engulfing candles, what that indicates to me that we may see a continuation, right? It may continue. That's why you never ever want to just have one or two confirmations, and you need to make sure that your confirmations are solid, right? So the confirmations have not been met, but I will be looking for a buy here. I will be looking for a buy here so that I can be in alignment with the trend on the daily. So let's go to AUD USD. This is my favorite pair, and you can literally trade one pair. And you really have structure down, and you maximize it. There's so many different ways that you can, trade, but you can trade one pair. I personally think it's more effective, to be perfectly honest, maybe no more than two, so that you can learn that pair, right? And you have so many great tools to help you see the market clearly. It really should make a big positive difference in your trading results. Okay, so on the daily, AUD USD, are we bullish or bearish? Well, we are bearish, right? We're bearish. Yes, it's in the demand zone, indicating that bulls are coming in. Yes, I have my bullish big arrow, but price structure is bearish. Clearly, price is going down. So I'm looking to sell. That's all I do on a daily. Find out what the trend is and trade the trend. That's it. That's all I do. Keep it real simple, right? We don't have time for all of the diagrams and all of these technical things. No, let's make life simple, and we can certainly trade the simple, easy way. Alrighty, so I'm looking to sell, right? So price needs to be in which it is right in here, right? So we're preparing. Is it ready yet? It's not ready yet. My other confirmations have not been met, but price is where I want it to be first and foremost. I have a bearish engulfing candle here as well. And let me just put, because I want to see something, and what I do is for my engulfing candles, I put my support and resistance on the high and low of the smaller candle, right? This is what I do. And that's my zone. And this is the area in which I can potentially look to enter into the trade. That's the reason I do that, right? And then I drop down to the 15-minute. But before I do that, let me just verify. Always verify your zones with structure for your structural confirmation. Meaning, when you have identified your zones, then look to see if price responded or reacted in that zone. And if you have an engulfing candle that coincides with the direction you're going in that zone, that's even better. It's even better. So we have a bearish engulfing candle right here. This is the 4-hour. So I got my structural confirmation right here. Bears are here. Bears are here inside, in and or around that zone. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm not going that far back. I got what I needed. So let's go to the 15-minute. Okay, let's go to the 15-minute. And this is the same zone that I did on the hour. Okay, so price is in here. Price can push further up, or it can make its move down. But we don't know yet because what? Entry confirmations have not all been met. Okay, but I'm looking for a sale. So right now we consolidate. Okay, that's what I look for. So GBP USD, let's go there. GBP USD. And where's price? That's the first question. Where's price, right? Price is in the demand zone. I got my bullish big arrow. And what my indicators are telling me is that the trend is bullish. But price is telling me that we're not, right? Because why? We haven't broken any higher, we haven't made any higher highs and higher lows. We have not made that yet. So for GBP USD, this is a sale. as far as the trend. Okay, and that's based on price. Our indicators just help us to see structure. That's all. Help us to see clearly where price is. Is it at a key level of support or key level of resistance? That's what the indicator system does for us. So we want to make sure that we understanding our system and using it properly. So what this is telling me, despite the arrow, right? Because I use these arrows in different ways, which are very beneficial as well. All of that is inside of my courses. But despite that, what price is telling me is that we've reached a key level of support. That's all price is telling me based on our demand zone, a key level of support, but you still want to know what the trend is. And you need to look at price to make that determination, right? So now what I'm gonna do, so I'm selling GBP USD, I'm only looking for a sell. So price on the hour is in my sell zone, not ready yet though, but it's in my sell zone. So let's identify. If I'm selling, I'm looking for a bearish engulfing candle. I promise you this is all I do relative to my zones, my demand and supply zone. So I got a nice bearish engulfing candle right here. Nice bearish engulfing candle right here, right? And so now I drop to my 15-minute. Here's my zone right there. Price can be playing around in the zone, which this just happens to be perfectly aligned with the zone, right? But this is where my potential entry can be, provided all of the confirmations are met. Bearish engulfing here. So sellers are starting to come in. They're not in strong yet. And as they come in strong, it starts to align your confirmations, your entry confirmations. It all works together. It's a beautiful system, a beautiful ecosystem, right? And once we master that system, we're going to see great, consistent results. Now, the last is NZD USD. So let's jump over here to NZD USD. And then we will be wrapped up for the week. So hopefully this training has helped you. I just want to share with you how I look at the market, how I trade simple and easy. And also, I want to invite you all to request to join the Facebook group. That's Trading Made Easy on Facebook. And if so, make sure that you answer the 2 questions because you won't get in without it. So yes or no questions, that's it. There's only 2. But yeah, consider joining the group as well so that you can stay connected. If you really want to, learn how to enter in the market with more precision, accuracy, and clarity, you definitely want to stay connected with me. And because what I strive to do is trade simple and easy. And I do believe that I have done that very well. And if that's something that you want and you feel that you need that and you may be struggling in some areas, by all means, you certainly join the group and send me a message. You comment inside the comments here. I'll be more than happy to help. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're getting value here. You're learning some things here. Subscribe to the channel, and that way you can stay connected because it's ongoing, guys. It's ongoing. Now, you're not going to learn how to trade on YouTube videos. I do try to give you as much as I can without making it a 2-hour video, but you're not going to really learn how to trade. You get some pointers, right? You might get a little tidbit here and there, but if you're really serious about learning this skill set and being able to independently trade, then you want to consider really getting some specialized training, and I certainly provide that as well. But subscribe to the channel, like, comment, all that great stuff, and we'll certainly make things happen. So NZD USD on the daily, same thing. So you all probably already know now, right? Yeah, price is inside the demand zone, indicating a bullish trend emerging because it's a daily candle. But is it? Absolutely not. We're still bearish. We're still bearish. So I'll be looking to sell NZD USD. I'm gonna drop down to my 1 hour. That's what I'll do on the 1 hour. I'm looking for a sale. Voila, price is inside of my supply zone, which is what, an area, a key area of resistance, right? Sellers are starting to come in, okay? But is it ready? Nope, it's not ready. So what am I going to do? I'm going to identify on the hour, because what I'm sharing with you here will make a big difference for the person who just needed a little tweak here and there. This really will help to clarify some things for you, and hopefully you'll see more positive results. So I have my bearish engulfing candle right here, and follow the engulfings. That's another training that I do for my students. And because once you are a student, you graduate from one of my classes, then and you learn all that kind of stuff in the class as well. But then I do different trainings also as it relates to candlesticks and patterns and wicks and different things like that. So, you know, the education, the training continues even afterwards. But yeah, this is a nice one right here. So now this zone has been identified. Price is smack dead in the middle of it too. Smack dead in the middle of it. I love to see that. Okay, then we go to our 15-minute. And on the 15-minute, here's my zone, okay? And when price breaks here, this support level right here, and retest it, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So if price breaks my zone right there, my support line right there, and close below it, then come back and retest it, guess what we're gonna do? Guess what we're gonna do? Yeah, we're taking her downtown. We're taking her downtown. So that is the play. That's what I will be looking for. And when price does this, break and close, retest, take the market down. Take the market down. You're trading with the trend. You're trading with the tide and not against the tide. Yeah, take the market down. Where do you get out? Well, that's going to be based on up to you. But follow structure. Follow structure. Can't go wrong because price respects it. You cannot go wrong because price respects it. This will be the first one, right? You got a bullish engulfing candle here. This will be my first structure, my first TP, right? And obviously down in here. So I think you all have it. It's been great. I hope that this has helped. And if so, go ahead on and put a comment or like. If you have any questions, you can do that there as well because I do read them. And I'll see you on the next training review, which will be Sunday. So hopefully I'll see you there. Y'all have a great one. Bye-bye.